let's talk about job search advice. Specifically, the job search advice that I can't stand, that I want you to throw away, that does not deserve any attention that you give to it. So stay tuned, and I'm going to talk to you. And it's getting a little soapboxy in this house here. My gosh, I'm so awkward. Okay, just stay tuned. I'm going to walk you through the job search advice that I can't stand. Hi, I'm Sarah Curto, and I'm the awkward career coach who helps you find your dream job where you work less, make more money, and are actually fulfilled and happy doing work you love. I do that in the Find Your Dream Job program. It is my monthly group coaching membership where at only $100 a month, including taxes, you get coached by me every week. You get access to my Find Work You Love framework course and monthly trainings. You can also hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of these amazing YouTube videos, if I do say so myself, that I drop every week so that you know all the behind the scenes secrets of what it takes to find your dream job. Okay, so I want to talk about the job search advice that makes me angry. You know, like anger from inside out? Yeah, like that kind of angry. I'm going to try and not get too ranty because I know I can get super passionate. My husband's upstairs. He can hear me when I'm like so passionate about something. So I'm going to try and let him have his meeting in peace. Okay, so let's talk resume advice first. The resume advice that I want you to throw out is a bunch of different things. Okay, the number one thing, or not the number one thing because they're all equally horrible, it's a numbers game. You have to apply to as many jobs as possible in order to get interviews. Nope. The other advice, you have to spend an hour customizing your resume for every single job. Nope. The other advice, you have to apply within like an hour and a half or a specific time of a job, or why bother? You just, move on because it's already done. Can't apply anymore. I think that's it. No, I know there's more actually, but let's just end it at those things, because here's why I don't like them. Number one, it gets you too focused on job boards because you're applying to all the jobs, and it's like a pot of spaghetti where you're like throwing it up and just hoping something sticks, or it has you on your computer all day long because you're petrified, missing that 1 hour window that you're supposed to be apparently applying within. It has you on your computer overworking your resume, ending up where you hate your resume so much, like you don't even want to look at it anymore, kind of makes you nauseous. Yeah, like these are things we do not want to be feeling and experiencing in our job search. So it is not true, that 1 hour thing, okay? It is true of some things, but that is an average. Where that came from is an average of when jobs were applied for and the peak of when it got the most applications and when a recruiter would look at it. An average, not the one time. So don't even listen to that one because I know a lot of people do. And just ignore all three. Okay? Number two, the other things that I hate is that sort of job search strategy ones. Like you have to treat your job search like a full-time job. I'm actually just going to focus on that one because I treated one of my job searches like a full-time job, and it was horrible. I was depressed. I was anxious. I was not getting anywhere, and it sucked balls, just to put it lightly. Because the thing is with job searches is, if you happen to watch my training last week where I talked about how to fix your broken job search, and if your job search is a little broken where you haven't got an offer and it doesn't feel like it's going right, it's a must watch. I talked about how the average ratio, and again, average is for every 10 applications, you'll probably get around 1 to 3 interviews. So I just want you to think about that for a second. That's a 70 to 90% rejection rate. That's a big rejection rate. And if you are spending 40 hours a week devoted to something where you get 70 to 90% no's to the 10 to 30% yeses, you are not going to feel good about yourself. And if you don't feel good about yourself, think about how your job search is going to go. You're supposed to be selling yourself, or at least talking about yourself, showcasing your value. How are you going to do that confidently if you kind of hate yourself because you're believing you're worthless? You're believing no one wants you. You're believing there's no jobs out there for you. So you can treat it like a job, but a part-time job. Like, it is a serious thing, but no more than 10 to 20 hours. I think of it like a bell curve, and there's diminishing returns after 20 hours. That's what I see in my experience. So 10 to 20 hours so you can spend the rest of the time doing something you enjoy, like going to the mall. Hi, I'm Sarah Crito. Or the trails, the grocery store, the library, or anywhere during the week when there IKEA, when there are no weekend crowds, and you can relish in the fact that you practically have the place to yourself. Like, how amazing would that be? How amazing is that? And then you can actually enjoy yourself more, which makes it easier for you to talk about yourself, to do the job search strategy, the job search actions, because you have energy, you have motivation, you're just feeling better about it all. And you don't have to spend money. You can always go get IKEA $1 breakfast. I don't know, do they still have that? If so, that's what you can spend your money on. But you don't even have to spend money. So, but just getting out there and relishing in the fact that it's like all to yourself practically. Okay. So let's talk about the other areas of advice that I don't like. This is like some networking advice. Like, you have to follow up with the recruiter, or your job search doesn't need job boards. You can just have one without going on a job board. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Or you need to make sure that your network knows that you're looking. Okay, here's why I don't like these. So, recruiters do not read your email. They will very rarely respond. Unless their organization is like hell-bent on ensuring their employer branding is on point, they will not be responding. They will not even be reading. They get inundated with this stuff. It is not the recruiter you're following up with. It is not human resources. It is the hiring manager. So, little spoiler, it's the hiring manager. Okay, the networking, like where you don't even need a job board, like, yeah, that would be amazing until you think that it's all networking then. Or the anxiety. I know I would get anxiety, and a lot of my clients get anxiety if we spend too much time networking. And I have seen job searches failing because they have spent too much time networking. Like, yes, networking gets 70 to 80% of the jobs, but 20% I got through the job boards. So, like, yeah, a balanced approach is the best approach. And the make sure your network knows you're looking, yeah, okay, there's truth to that. But how it's interpreted is I need to send out a mass email or do a status update, like do a status post on LinkedIn or whatever. And that does not get recency bias. That means it's a transactional thing. Oh, I don't know. Here it's how it's transactional. Does anyone know of job opportunities? Me. No, I don't. Done. Conversation done. You're gone from my brain. So that is not a way to use networking to find your job. There's a simpler, more effective way than all of this advice, because I want job searches that are successful and highly effective. I want job searches that don't feel like they are succubi, like draining the life force from you. I did not know that metaphor was going to come to my brain. I want job searches to feel somewhat enjoyable, that time around it to be somewhat enjoyable. And I know that we can have a job search that is successful and not horrible. And if you have a broken job search, then I really want you to come to the Fix Your Job Search Coaching Week, because we are going to take each of the areas of your job search that could be or probably are broken, and we're going to fix them. We're going to talk resumes. We're going to talk how to create a job search strategy that works, that sort of balanced approach I was talking about. We're going to talk about how to use LinkedIn to have it find your dream job for you. We're going to deal with interviews so that when you get a chance to show up at a company, you're showcasing your value in an authentic way that you feel confident about. You're building relationships. We're going to do all of that. We're going to live in a private Facebook group together. I'm going to go live 4 times over that week in Zoom. So you'll be in Zoom as well, but the video recordings will be uploaded to the private Facebook group. And it's forever access. And it's only $5. Like $5 1 week, a fixed job search, so that by the next week you start seeing the results that you want, the results that make sense for the amount of time you're putting into the work. Okay, so join me by joining the link below. Also, comment. I want to know, please, actually, I hope you're still here, because I want to know the job search advice that you've gotten that you're actually questioning. That should I be following this advice or not? Or job search advice that you've heard and you're like, really now? That laughable job search advice. So comment and share that below. Comment any questions about Fix Your Coaching Week, Fix Your Job Search Coaching Week. We start next week, April 10th to April 17th. I cannot wait to help you and help everybody fix their job searches so that they can find their dream jobs. See you next week. Bye. Or the trails.